Welcome to Fun with Gruul, brought to you by MTG Headquarters. So this is my Gruul pre-release event from Magic the Gathering Online. And the first day, I played many hours. 13 or 14. I played with every guild so that you, the viewer, could enjoy some hot guild on guild action. So this is a pretty solid opening grip. We've got our Force Adaptation, which I think is almost broken. Can't believe it's not a rare. Spire Tracer. This is a deadly combination because it can only be blocked by creature with flying or reach. And when you get something like Force Adaptation on it right away, it becomes a problem that needs to be dealt with. Also in my grip is Pit Fight, which I really like. Here I kind of want to cast that creature, but I've played in other matches that I didn't record with Force Adaptation and had it just dominate. So I'm going to attack and then cast this creature instead, just because I'm ahead. If I were behind a little bit here, I might cast it, but another Gyre Sage. Man, it seemed like everybody who had this thing in their deck freaking top decked it or like had it in their opening grip every time. Luckily, I've got Madcap Skills, son. And this card's practically broken too. It's just so awesome. It's like I can drop that and Force Adaptation. Whoa! So now they're dealing with a 4/1 that's going to gain 1 token every single turn. It's a 4/1 that can't be blocked by fewer than 2 creatures. And it's going to gain 1 every turn. It's going to gain a 1/1 token, not just a +1, but a 1/1 token every single turn. So already here we are in turn 3 and he's down to 13. That's why Gruul is so gnarly. And the Madcap Skrillas, I think it's just as bad to deal with when you play Boros. So, and once I learned how to use Pit Fight like this is so awesome. You'd think it would like target. I thought you had to like tap things, but you don't. It's just like, oh, what? You're dead. And now I'm going to attack. It seems like you should tap since you attack, don't you think? Maybe not. What do you guys think? What do you think about that in Pit Fight? He's like, I've had enough. Turn 4, beat into submission. And that's why I like to call this Fun with Gruul. It's just, Gruul is, it's like when it works, man, it works. When it doesn't work, it doesn't work. There's not a lot of ways you can win with Gruul, I think, outside of just crashing their gate, so to speak. Wah, wah, wah. Just like, basically overrunning them. I've got my Burst of Strength, my Crown Ceratox, Disciple of Old Ways, Force Adaptations, Madcap Skills. Notice I got 3 of them in there because I think that card's broken. Pit Fights too. I got 2 of those. It was a pretty good pre-release pack. Rubble Hulk, Gore Clan, Charger, lots of things. Skullbrand Goblin. That's First Strike. I think that Madcap Skills is brutal to deal with. If you're not playing Dimir or Orzhov, it is really hard to deal with. Boros, I guess, can compete against it okay. But you need removal. And you need it fast. Because, you're going to get dinged. You're going to get... How do I say, like... It's hard to recover from being down, like, 4 or 5 life in turn 2 or 3, and then another 4 or 5 in turn 4. And then having to have 2 creatures probably killed just to kill that one thing. So you're basically getting swung at twice, and you're definitely gonna lose at least one creature. So it's a tough card to deal with on Jump Street. So I'm gonna get pinged for 1 here, hoping for a green mana. Whammy, no whammy. Aww, whammy. This is the trouble of keeping a opening grip that, like keeping when you keep an opening hand that you love too much from a card standpoint. And I don't know why I don't learn this, but you need to really at least make sure you have 1 of each of your 2 colors in that opening hand. I mean, I guess that's there's probably exceptions to every rule, but I'm pretty fortunate that he's not just running away from me right now. He's just sitting on that 1 little creature. He's only managed 2 damage. Now the Fathom Mage I think is okay, but you mean for 4 mana? I think you've got a lot of time to deal with it. And now because Gruul has got such beefy creatures, I can catch up with 1 creature basically. Finally hit my green mana, and I could put a 4/3 trample creature out there, which means he's not attacking with either one of his creatures. He's got his fat spider crab shark thing. That will help. I think Evolve's a pretty sweet ability, but again, I've never had an issue beating it. And I've played against Simic a lot. I think it takes a long time for it to get where it needs to get. So he didn't attack, and now I'm going to bring the pain. So I can use Pit Fight to basically remove Fathom Mage. And I can still cast another spell this turn. I don't remember what I did. If I put the creature out, or if I go with the Madcap Skrillas. I bet you it's Madcap Skrillas and Spire Tracer or whatever. I'm going back, obviously. This is 2 days later. I'm doing the voiceovers, but man, Pit Fight is tits. Pit Fight is the tits. Pit Fight's tits. Madcap Skrillas is the tits. Lots of things are the tits. Deal with it. Your Fathom Mage is dead. I hate when people do this. There should be like a time limit for the individual combat sets, I think. As you can see, I'm getting bored. Okay, good for you. Cast your Rapid Hybridization. This is actually not a bad move. Because now he's probably thinking, oh, okay, now they'll both die. That isn't a bad move there. Smart move. He probably took a long time to think about it. But now I'll just do the reverse, and I'll get my Madcap unblockable unless you're a flyer or have reach. 4/1 creature out. Still relatively even, 18 to 20. But I've got the Lizands. So any of you guys play Gruul at pre-release? How'd it go? I feel like Gruul is kind of as easy to play as Boros with more fun tricks. Like my only regret about this match is I didn't get any sweet Blood Rush kills, and Blood Rush is definitely a cool way to kill somebody in Magic the Gathering online, not in real life. Well, in Magic. Blood Rush is once you have 3, 4, 5 mana sitting out there and you're playing Gruul and you're going to block something and you're just like, oh my god, please don't reach for your mana. Because you just don't want to deal with some of those crazy Blood Rush abilities. You're adding 5/4. Alright, so he's going to swing in for 3 after like thinking about it for a half an hour. Sorry these matches weren't more exciting. You know, I'll take your feedback on the gameplay videos. I try to just comment on it on like the entry level. I'm not going to douche all out and talk about specifics of this and that. I'll leave that to the other couple of Magic channels that like to do that, but that's not for me. I play for fun. I try to help in general, right? So I feel like watching 2 guilds battle gives you a really good idea in your events what to expect. All right, so it took forever to cast his pregnant shark crab. I can definitely do some work next turn. If I get another green land, that would be even better. It's fun with Gruul. It's fun with Gruul. All the really cool kids play with Gruul. Yeah. I'm getting bored doing my own voiceover. How are you even still watching this video? I hope that you are. But he spent a lot of time evolving those creatures. Oops, I got that second green land. Here I come! Da 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 da. Get my guild mage. Get my 2/2 trampler out there. Well, with the ability to trample anyway. At least catch up creature-wise. I'm still behind. And this is where I find out that earlier, I don't remember if I recorded it or not, but I didn't realize that lands had summoning sickness as a creature. So I used that ability to turn a land into a 4/4 creature. But it was the land that I had played on that turn, so I couldn't attack with it. My question is, how the hell does that work? Or maybe it was a turn that I don't remember. No, it had to be a land that I played that turn. I was so stupid. I'm like, what is the point of this? I can tap a land for mana. Anyway. He's going to tap my creature. Yeah, the guild mage here for Gruul is pretty tight. Being able to turn a land into a 4/4 creature, and then you don't actually have to tap him. So hypothetically, you know, if you have 8 land, you could put out 2 4/4s. Now, if it dies, it dies. So you lose that land. But 12-6 now. Not looking awesome for me. Another tap screw. And fortunately here I can at least cast 2 creatures. And also summon a 4/4. I'm doing the math in my head right now. Can I cast both of these and also have enough land to bring out a 4/4? The answer is yes. That spell for blue is pretty brutal because they don't untap during your next untap step. So had I not had enough creatures to do it. Let me see here. What was I thinking here? Okay. Oh, that's why I thought it was 1 and 1 red, 1 green, but it's not. So this is not looking great for the MTG head Queasies. He's got a couple of highly evolved creatures. Wah, wah, wah. And I've only got 1 creature left to block. If I can survive this turn, I can continue to fight. Yet I continue to wait. Yes, cast that stupid thing. And maybe I bail out on this game. Maybe this game goes to 3-2. I can't see myself saving it. I don't know. What was I thinking here? I thought I came back in this game, but maybe not, because it doesn't look... 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Probably should have... Oh yeah, see, I wouldn't have had enough. I forgot you need an actual land to block with. So I'll sack a land here to trade creatures, because I don't really need this. I don't have anything sitting in my grip that requires this land anyway. And I don't know if he just didn't remember that I could do that or what, but this is a pretty okay trade. But then that stupid tappy ability, tappy wappy. So this is not looking good for the MTG Keezies. I'm considering quitting right now. Yeah, I'm done. I'm checking. And also, I guess, ripping off Robot Chicken. Yeah, that was not a Gruul-tacular day. I think what happened there really is, a couple misplays on my part, but also one of the things that tends to happen to me the way I just build decks is that I get to that like summit of like 5 or 6 land, and I'm still drawing like 2 drops, and so it's not enough to compete. Like I didn't have any beefy like big butted creatures coming out. So this time around, I definitely have a really solid hand. Serene Remembrance is a really nice card, especially for Gruul, because you're dropping cards into your graveyard with Blood Rush. So the ability to like shuffle them back in your deck is really nice. And so we'll bring out our Spicer. We've got a Rubble Hulk in our hand. We've got Burst of Strength. But I've got my Guild Mage here. Really rolling the dice again with the lands. I don't know. What do you guys do with lands? How do you play the lands? Like if you're playing a 2-color deck, what do you do? Do you like to at least see 2 lands in your opening hand? Or are you okay with risking it like I did? I lucked out and I got that 3rd land. And so I was able to put out yet another creature. I didn't see any reason to save this for Blood Rush at this point because I'm so far ahead. I've got 3 creatures out now to his 0. So he's still got nothing. So my main phase, I don't know if I get a land. I did not get a land. But I've got my Burst of Strength. I've got my Guild Mage here. So again, just swing in, I think, for 5? Yeah, so he'll go down to 10, 6. Oh yeah, 6. So 20 to 10. It's not looking great. I'm not dominating, but I'm starting to amass the force of, some real trouble here. Just because, you can only cast so many creatures a turn, right? So now he still doesn't have anything. He's got his land, though. Well, I pulled a land. Now I'm looking at my Rubble Hulk. But instead, and I'm always real careful about how I tap. Wait, now is this the game I was talking about earlier? I think it is. I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I couldn't attack with it. If I would have picked any other land, I could have attacked with it. How dumb was that, huh? I didn't know. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I just think, as somebody who's played Paper Magic his whole life, I never would have occurred to me. I would have been like, oh, that land? No, I didn't play that land this turn. I played that other red land this turn. Prove I didn't. Just put my land in a pile and mix them up and be like, which one did I cast? But anyway, he's on the ropes anyway. He's down to 5 now. Which certainly, unless he can put out something to block this turn. Experiment 1. Experiment 1. That's it? He's got something else. I can pit fight away that sucker. I could pit fight burst of strength. You're dead. Oh, but maybe not. Maybe I'll just save it. Oh yeah, because I'm going to Blood Rush. Oh, wait. Prevent all damage. No 1/1 counters. And now, right now, I'm trying to decide. Wait, if I use Blood Rush, is that considered a counter? I didn't know. So I knew that Burst of Strength was a counter at least. So I put that on there to make sure I could get through for 3. I don't know. I guess I need to look that up. Is Blood Rush considered? No, Blood Rush probably isn't a counter. That's right. And I'll pit fight away that butthole. Just because I didn't want any. I didn't want him hanging around. I was so frustrated. That instant is pretty tight though. Unless you're playing Simic, obviously. And that's it. MTG Headquarters has won the